Going with NBA action on 2K Sports with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. This is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. DA, take it away.
Hey, Kevin. Now, the Timberwolves last season made the playoffs for just the second time in 18 seasons. All-star Karl Anthony Towns says this team wants to play defense and wants to be great. We're building an identity and culture, and every day we got to work at it and cement it. Kevin, they could finally be onto something.
I hope they are, and I hope he is. He's a terrific all-star. Trending well for sure, Dave. Thanks. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Westbrook in at point guard. And for the Timberwolves, sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniels. Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. And it's Conley in at the point.
And last year, Minnesota had a tough end to their season. In their 10th playoff appearance, they made their 9th first-round exit.
It'll be Los Angeles off the tip. Westbrook with it. Outside, George. Here's Westbrook. Pass to Zubac. Now, here's Westbrook. 5 on the clock. Gobert with the block. And they get it back. And it's Conley with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And Zubac picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Refs calling it close already as he picks up a quick early foul.
Getting another opportunity here to see that powerful rejection.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
Towns finds Gobert and finished off by Gobert.
Well, this is where Cat can manufacture additional points for his team. Defense focused and locked in on him. Find a teammate.
I don't think the Timberwolves, Greg, plan on letting their playoff statistics discourage them at all.
And that's kind of the beauty of this squad. They're out to make new franchise history, not focusing on the past. Just keep evolving as a team.
Up top, Leonard. McDaniels defending. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, you look at Kawhi's career, one of the first things he did was work on his consistency from the free throw line. Why? Because he's excellent at drawing contact.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Shoot 2.
And the first one at the line is good. And with the 15th pick in the 2011 draft, Kawhi Leonard wasn't highly touted coming out of high school or college.
Listen, even in the pros, recognition took a while. How about this? He won Finals MVP and Defensive Player of the Year before he ever made an All-Star team. Now, one of the 75 greatest.
And so he makes both from the line. For the Clippers organization, GA, what do you think the goal is?
Well, it's clear to me, Kevin, get to the NBA Finals. The Clippers have never made it there, and I think a trip to the Finals is within reach of this group. They just need to stay healthy.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Gobert with the block.
Defensively, few players have had a bigger impact than Rudy Gobert. That combination of energy and length and commitment, so good defensively.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
McDaniels finds Gobert. Towns down low. He's against Morris. And Towns the bucket on the assist by Gobert.
Well, just tremendous persistence from Karl Anthony Towns. Even under duress, the ability to stay focused.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 0 of 5 here to start the game. Rough start for them. Up top, Zubats. 8 feet away. He squares up and sinks it. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Now Conley. His last outing, he had 8 points. The pass to McDaniels. And Gobert kicks to Conley. Banked in off the glass.
Boy, Rudy Gobert, usually the recipient of that kind of pass. That was nicely done, Rudy.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
Yeah, and defensively, boy, did they trust one another. Communicated well and just made it very difficult to get good looks in that one.
You knew they were on a string all night on the defensive end, and it always helps when someone got caught out of position, help was on the way.
Outside Leonard. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Passes it to George. Back to Westbrook. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Pass to McDaniels. Towns with it. For 3, Edwards. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. The Clippers trail. In the corner, it's Westbrook. Stolen by Conley. It's 2-on-1. Up the floor. And the dunk by Towns.
That's easy money for Karl Anthony Towns. Gets in close range and leaves no doubt.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Westbrook passes to George. Back to Westbrook. Launches a 3. He's off on that one. And Minnesota now the other way. Fresh from a win against Portland.
Well, they came into that game looking to be physical, looking to control the boards, and they succeeded.
That control of the boards, I felt, fed their offense. There were a ton of second chances, a lot of confidence their bigs could dominate the glass.
Now Zubats after Westbrook's missed 3. Towns, the pass to Gobert. Westbrook with the steal. Leonard with the ball. Conley picks him up. Pass to George. Fires for 3. And again, no good by the Clippers. Timberwolves leading by 4. And here is Conley. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Here's Gobert. Shoots over Leonard. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Boy, the added strength of Rudy Gobert over the years helps him complete the end one. You get the sense this guy loves to score the basketball.
One thing that can be entertaining at this point of every season is how unexpected rivalries, Greg, begin to develop.
Yeah, teams that might not be traditional rivals have a few heated games early on, and now their matchups become must-see TV. Happens every season.
And the Clippers call time here. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
Well, they coasted to the win in that one. Were dominant in the rebound department, and that was a huge factor.
I think there was no question they brought a level of physicality along with a tremendous work ethic, and it was why they were successful.
Now, here is Morris. 9 points last game out. Outside, George, 6 to shoot. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Well, when you have a scorer like Paul George, it doesn't matter where it comes from. In that instance, hey, just catch and shoot.
Conley against Westbrook. Right side Towns. Outside Edwards. Towns trying to get open. Edwards can't hit. Clippers trail by 4. Fires top of the key. Again, Los Angeles.
Shooting off the dribble is probably one of the toughest skills in the NBA, but Kawhi has it mastered.
Outside Edwards. Feeds it to Gobert. Out to the wing. Conley dishes to Edwards. It doesn't go for him. Excellent D there from George. Here's Westbrook. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris. Reed, he's checked in for Minnesota. And here's Edwards from the arc. Offensive rebound. Towns. Empty that time from Leonard. And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That is his first foul of the game. L.A. is gone. Just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Outside Leonard. There's the pass to George. Fades. That one a little long. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Timberwolves. Here's McDaniels. Empty that time from Leonard. And Los Angeles guys shooting pretty grave so far, about 23%. Here's Highland. And McDaniels with the block. For Minnesota, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. Edwards with it. Now guarded by Plumlee. And now the Clippers on the break. The shot by George, wide open. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
That's a tougher look than it seems, folks. Paul George's mid-range game is sweet.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. The Timberwolves secured a spot in the playoffs last season, Greg, and we enjoyed it after they got that emotional win in the play-in game in the Twin Cities over the Clippers. What a night.
And, Kevin, you could tell it meant a lot to the players. This is a team that has struggled for so long, and by getting to the playoffs, this is a step in the right direction.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Anderson comes in for Karl Anthony Towns. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for Edwards. Powell, he's jacked in for the Clippers. Now, here's McDaniels. A 14-point game for him in the win against Portland.
Yeah, but he was also a force on the defensive side. 2 block shots and also altered a ton of shots.
It's Powell on the wing. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Conley with it. Passes it to Reed. Here's Alexander Walker. Knocks it loose. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Mann's checked in for Leonard. Here is Plumlee. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Here's Alexander Walker. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to go on Norman Powell.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
For Minnesota, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
That one is off. Doris, it's been great to see the Clippers rise to prominence over the last 10 years, hasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, listen, this was an organization that spent years in futility, but you have to admire the transformation that has led to consistent success. They used to be a franchise that made the playoffs maybe once in a decade. Now you expect them to contend in the West.
And the second free throw, good.
Guys, you have to remember when thinking and talking about the Minnesota Timberwolves, it's an organization that is still so young.
Pass to Highland. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Now here's Conley. It's good. Conley's got his second basket of the game. You know, basketball historians will remember that the Minneapolis Lakers, Doris, won 5 titles before relocating to Los Angeles in 1960.
And I think the current crop of T-Wolves fans, Kevin, see this as a completely different franchise from that historic team. In their minds, they haven't won a championship yet, and that fact should really motivate this current roster to get one for this group.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Outside Conley. Now the pass to Reed. Back to Conley. Clock at 6. A shot by McDaniels. No good.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Well, in spite of the critics and the injuries, Paul George continues to produce one of the league's truly elite players.
And you mentioned the injuries for Paul George. Let's see, GA, the broken leg, shoulder surgeries, last season a torn elbow ligament.
And I'm sure there are a few others, Kevin, but give him credit. To battle through and maintain his greatness tells you something about his competitive will.
The first free throw is good.
Paul George, one of those players the media appreciates because he doesn't give you pat answers. When you ask him a question, he is thoughtful and is honest.
And George drops them both. Summer of 2014, Doris. Paul George suffering a leg injury playing for the national team.
Kevin, I remember that injury like it was yesterday. There were many, including me, who wondered whether Paul George could ever be the same guy. And amazingly, he puts in all the necessary work and I think has come back better. That is a huge credit to his work ethic and his grit.
Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Los Angeles.
And just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. Nightmarish clamps thus far.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
Passes to Highland. Here's man. McDaniels defended. Foul against Conley. Here's Highland. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The Clippers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one.
And since 1999, the Clippers and Lakers have shared their downtown LA arena, the only NBA teams to split a venue, but that's going to change soon.
Noel, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Austin Rivers comes in for McDaniels, and Los Angeles making a change here as well. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for Powell. The Clippers broke ground on their new arena, set to open in Inglewood in 2024. I've seen the footprint. You fly right into LAX, and you see it every time. It's going to be beautiful.
And that'll be huge for the Clips. They're trying to create their own identity in Southern California. Having a venue just for the Clippers will help. Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Offensive rebound to the wing right side. Man, they grabbed their own miss. Tough break there, shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall. Timberwolves trail by 6. There's 37 seconds left in the first. And it's sent back by George.
Well, this is what makes Paul George special. Elite two-way plays, and that send-it-back block sends a message to the offense. I'm here tonight, folks. I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter, he has been completely bothered.
Here's Mann. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Plumlee with the steal, and it's in there.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
The tray. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Right back after this break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Well, look at the turnover ratio, then look at the score. Easy to see what happened in that first period.
Offensively, they took care of the ball. And defensively, they forced a number of miscues.
Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Austin Rivers is out there with Edwards. And it's Noel in at the small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. And you look at Anthony Edwards, and GA, he is becoming the leader of this Timberwolves team, isn't he?
I think he is. I mean, partly it's his production with his numbers up across the board, but it's also his personality. He plays with tremendous swagger.
And he makes the first.
And how about the impact Anthony Edwards has had?
This guy's a real game changer on the floor. Scores it at a high clip, can play big inside and play big outside, does everything on the floor with a passion, with a joy, and with a flair.
Both shots good from the stripe. Well, if there's one thing, Greg, that defines a modern NBA big man, it is mobility.
And they've got to be able to move their feet and really play in space. Otherwise, they just can't stay on the floor in today's game.
Now here's Gordon. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Their next game is at the Rockets Arena in Houston for a game with the Rockets. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them.
Austin Rivers' confidence is maybe his greatest asset. This guy is willing to go off the dribble drive and make a play.
Clippers leading by 4. Outside Gordon. Outside Leonard. Pass to Morris. Outside Leonard. Back to Morris. Gordon, the pass to Leonard. Shoots the 3. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got 7 rebounds in the game. Now here's Rivers. To the paint. Leonard with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Leonard's got the ball. And again, no good by the Clippers. Timberwolves trail by 4. There's the drive, and finished off by Rivers.
Well, you love to see Austin Rivers attack. This guy has the frame and the game to make the dribble drive.
The Clippers have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Morris passes to Gordon. Here's Highland. He's guarded by Rivers. Kicks to Morris. This one for 3. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
You have now got to respect the three-point shooting ability of Marcus Morris. He understands now he's got to take that shot.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Gentlemen, if we go back to the summer of 2019, that is the summer where the Clippers got both Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. When they made those moves, everyone expected this to be an NBA Finals team.
Free throw good, Edwards. They did, and thus far for Los Angeles, no finals trips in the last 3 seasons of Leonard and George.
That's exactly right, Kevin. In the bubble playoffs in Orlando, they got close. But then Kawhi got hurt during the 2021 playoffs, and last year, Kawhi out for the entire season. So health has been a critical factor in their failures.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
Leonard kicks to Morris. Edwards against Powell. Over Gobert. Gobert with the block. And they recover it. Nobody near Leonard. Off target with his 3. Timberwolves trail by 3. Now Rivers. A beautiful reverse layup. Rivers has got 6.
Well, a tough first quarter for this guy. You like to see the shot go in. Nicely done.
Los Angeles calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Here's Morris after Austin Rivers scored. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Pass to Gobert. Towns against Morris. Out to Edwards. Stolen by Westbrook. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Baseline J on the way, and it's Leonard missing. The Timberwolves trail. And here is McDaniel. No points in the game yet for him. And Leonard has it in the corner. Hits it from three-point range.
Wow, pretty pass from Powell. This guy has great instincts as a scorer. That time sets up his teammate.
Rivers with it. He has 6. Towns finds Gobert. Rivers against Westbrook from down low. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Now the Clippers trading last season for Norman Powell. And as they say, Greg, the rich get richer.
Yeah, an excellent two-way player. Their wing depth becoming the envy of the league. And he's just coming into his prime. So he fits the timeline of their star.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him.
Well, the athletic Norman Powell continues to grow as an offensive player. Boy, this guy has got huge upside on the offensive end.
He hits both from the stripe.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
The pass to Edwards. Now here's Gobert. Right wing. Here's McDaniels. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Michael Conley, he's checked in for Minnesota. And the wide open shot from Morris. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Timberwolves trail by 6. Outside Conley. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Well, Mike Conley specializes in reading the floor. This guy is an expert in pick and roll.
Los Angeles has gotten cold from deep in the second quarter. Just 2 of 6 from long range. Leonard kicks to Westbrook. Passes it to Morris. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Well, that's his second foul. Does he take a more cautious approach here the rest of the half?
Minnesota calls timeout.
And for years, Mike Conley had an interesting title, the best player to never make an All-Star game. Well, that changed in 2021 when Conley was named an All-Star.
The Timberwolves have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting for Mike Conley. Year 13 was lucky for him, going to that first All-Star game.
And that was the longest wait ever to become an All-Star. Conley, 33 at the time of that first selection, just shows you the work ethic of Mike, always trying to improve.
It's amazing the success they've had with him shooting this way. 0 for the night.
Outside Edwards. Good, and the assist goes to town. Edwards got 7 points for the quarter.
Boy, what a good-looking stroke. Ready on the catch, Anthony Edwards. That jumper is nice.
And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. That game marks the start of a 5-game homestand, the longest of the season. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Michael Conley picks one up. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Their defense has been so aggressive right out of the gate, wasting no time shutting shooters down here with authority.
Another thing they're doing right out of the gates tonight, applying a ton of defensive pressure.
The first one falls.
And really, whatever your take on Russell Westbrook is now, you can't deny his place in NBA history. Voted as one of the NBA's top 75 players of all time.
And he can't hit the second. Greg, it is impossible to argue against Westbrook belonging to that top 75 players list, isn't it?
It really is, Kevin. I mean, his career numbers and accomplishments speak for themselves. A very unique player, easily one of the best during his prime.
Los Angeles has gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. Powell dishes to Morris. Five to shoot. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Powell for 3. McDaniels with the ball. Powell's there. A nice shot by McDaniels. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Powell finds Leonard. Back to Powell. Leonard on the wing. 20 feet out. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got his 7th rebound here tonight. For 3, Edwards. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Leonard's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And here's Morris for 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Leonard. Morris has got 6.
Well, this is one aspect of his game where Kawhi Leonard has come such a long way. The ability to make guys around him better with his passing.
Now here is Conley. Inside, McDaniels. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. And it's Jaden McDaniels with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Minnesota making some changes. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Kyle Anderson comes in for Towns. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for Mike Conley. And then for Los Angeles, Mason Plumlee's checked in for Zubac. Paul George comes in for Marcus Morris. Mann subbed in for Leonard. Pass to George. Outside Westbrook. And it's blocked. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession. Los Angeles making a switch here. Island's checked in. On the inbound, the rebound by Anderson. For Minnesota, they've gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter. Up over 50%. Pass to Edwards. The shot will not fall. Great D that time from Powell. Doesn't go that time. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Here's Alexander Walker. An 11-point game for him in the win against Portland. The pass to Edwards.
Boy, showing a lot more aggressiveness now after making 0 trips to the line in the first quarter.
And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight. Free throw good, Edwards.
Well, Anthony Edwards has the kind of frame and skill set that can make him a force. But it all comes down to paying the price and putting in the work now.
Noel, he's checked in for McDaniels. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Gordon's checked in. The Clippers trail. George passes to Gordon. Here's Highland. Here's Mann. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Now, here's Reid. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
Here's Gordon. Pass to Mann. Here's Highland. A 17-point game for him in the win against the Nuggets in Denver.
Well, you also have to credit the way he controlled the pace of the game and was able to create for his teammates.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical. And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here. And the first one drops.
And it took them a while to find their touch at the line, but they have been red hot here in the second quarter.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Clippers trail by 5. Pass to Highland. And here's Plumlee. Outside Gordon. Reed with the block. Minnesota leading by 5. Here's Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
Oh, a little sauce. Anthony Edwards rise high and finish over the defender.
And now another look at that great drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
And the awareness of his footwork and body on that drive. Wow.
And they call an illegal screen here.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Rivers checked in. Now here's Reed. Pass to Noel. An easy 2 points on the layup. Noel's got the lead up to 9 now for Minnesota.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here's the pass to Highland. And he drives in over Rivers. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
Just his first attempt. Reed finds Rivers. 4 on the clock over Gordon. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Clippers trail by 9. Here's Highland. 7 points in the game. On the wing, Gordon. Misses and the dry spell continues. Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for the Timberwolves. What a quarter that saw them generate a great comeback effort and are now out in front with momentum behind them. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much with Ty Lue. Coach, do you think your turnovers and struggles at the offensive end fueled their scoring?
Always. We turn the basketball over. It's hard for us to get back, get our defense set. We got to do a better job taking care of the basketball and have a good shot selection.
We'll see what you can do to make that better as the game goes, Coach. Thanks. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. The first quarter was a difficult one for Minnesota. There was no flow to their offense at all, and it was reflected in their shooting percentage, just 35% from the field. They completely changed their approach and just dominated the second quarter, now in firm control with a 9-point lead. And Shaq, what do you think about what we saw from Minnesota?
They're going to work in the paint. Doing a great job. A good portion of their offense was generated inside. Really outperformed their opponent in that aspect. I expect the defense to pack it in a little more in the second half.
And Kenny, let's get your thoughts on the Clippers.
Whatever they're trying to do on offense, it ain't working. If they have any chance of coming back in this one, they're going to have to be more methodical in their approach. Talent without discipline will never result in sustained success.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Just go over there.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Edwards with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Minnesota leading by 9. Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Westbrook in at the 1. Now here's Gobert. Out to Conley. 3-pointer. That shot, no good. Clippers trail by 9. Here's George. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. 9 points for Paul George.
Oh, what a pretty delivery right there from Russell Westbrook. Nice pass.
And he lobs it up toward the rim. Leonard with the steal. Passes it to Westbrook. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
And that's a block right there. He swats that ball away with some energy.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
You know, Doris, there's some pretty cool stories, aren't there, about Kawhi Leonard and what he has done in the community.
There really are, Kevin. I think about it. When he wins the Defensive Player of the Year award, that comes with a car. And instead of using it for his own personal use, he donated that to a children's welfare charity. This is the same guy who gave 1 million backpacks to kids in need in Los Angeles. Just a few of the things he does for his community.
Now here's Edwards. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. That shot, no good. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Westbrook against Towns. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, over time, Russell Westbrook has worked on perfecting that up fake. He takes pride in getting the defenders off their feet.
He's made 1 and missed 1 so far in the game. First free throw is good.
This guy is not only incredibly talented, but Russell Westbrook has been a tireless worker, almost obsessive in improving his craft.
And so Westbrook makes them both. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. To the inside, Towns. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Now here's Leonard. He has 7. Here's Morris. Gobert with the block. And they'll get another chance. Just 5 to shoot. Here's George, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
See, I don't think you can teach that. Paul George going right into contact. You love that aggressiveness.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. That's good from George. Good on the second, so he makes them both. Minnesota leading by 5. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Back to Conley. Westbrook with the block.
Now Russell Westbrook, when he's engaged defensively, he can send it back. Not how they hoped to start this half. 1 for 5, brick after brick. Let's start building the building. My goodness, is there anything better than watching Westbrook hammer at home? My goodness gracious, Russell.
And the replay demonstrating once again how aggressive that defense was.
And in a close game, blocks like that are so clutch, and that could be a real difference maker here tonight.
Now here's Conley. Pass to Edwards. There's the triple. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Morris has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
I'll tell you, he has looked just a step slow all game, but his teammates, boy, have they come through.
Leonard on the wing. Edwards defending. And here's Morris for 3. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 3 assists tonight. Conley against Westbrook. Pass to McDaniels. And he banks in the layup. McDaniels got his 2nd basket of the night.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
And a nice score that came from just attacking the rim. Huge play in this hotly contested game.
Now, here's Zubac. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And it's a 4-point Timberwolves lead.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
The Clippers have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. And Leonard has it in the corner. And there's the pass to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
How about since he entered the league, Kawhi Leonard has tripled his assist average. What a good passer he has become.
Now here's Conley. Out to the right wing. McDaniels passes to Towns. 6 on the shot clock. Westbrook pulls it in. Westbrook's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Down low. And they get it back. No good from Zubac. Minnesota's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. The shot by McDaniels, no good. Clippers have gone an even 50% to the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Back to George. Right side, Westbrook. Back to George. Over Edwards. The shot by George, no good. Minnesota in the lead. Conley surveying the D. Passes it to Edwards. Gobert trying to get open. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Minnesota?
They've been playing some really physical offense, just attacking the paint as much as possible. And I tell you what, they have been very successful with that strategy.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
Here's Westbrook. He's got 5. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Edwards with a strong contribution so far in this one.
You've got to take a timeout, take a breath, and come up with a plan for how to stop this guy.
Minnesota making a switch here. Reed's checked in. Zubac finds Morris. Now Westbrook. Pass to Zubac. Back to Westbrook. Just 5 on the clock. Reed with the block.
I'll tell you, you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back.
That one goes in. Towns has got 4 this quarter.
Well, strength and the ability and willingness to embrace, absorb, and finish through contact. Karl Anthony Towns.
And the dunk by Zubac.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
Here's Alexander Walker. 7 points in the game. Pass to Reed. Sweet move. Westbrook pulls it in. Westbrook's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Yeah, the step back. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Edwards drives in. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Boy, when you look at Anthony Edwards' frame, it is pro-ready right now. That upper body strength, the ability to play through contact, the and one. Yes, sir.
This will be his 5th trip to the free throw line.
And what a performance he's put in at the free throw line.
What's up?
Free throw good, Edwards. Clippers trail by 8. Highland passes to Plumlee. Now here's Powell. Here's Highland. He has 7. They get a hand on it. The shot's good from Alexander Walker. Alexander Walker's got the lead up to 10 now for the Timberwolves. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field since the 3rd quarter got underway. Mann passes to Morris. Now here's Powell. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
And this is his 2nd trip to the line tonight. The first free throw is good. And he makes both free throws. Timberwolves leading by 8. The pass to McDaniels. And it's Edwards, top of the key. Passes it to Reed. Here's Alexander Walker. Guarded by Powell. And so the ball's out of bounds. Powell touched it last.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
2 on the clock.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
And something you always hear about Jaden McDaniels, Doris, is how effortless he makes the game look.
Kev, when I watch this guy play, I feel like he glides through an NBA game. There's a finesse that you don't necessarily see from players his size. He's a handful on the low block. This young man is brimming with potential. Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
Clippers trail by 10. Pass to Mann. Here's Morris. 3-pointer. Rebound, Minnesota. Reeves got his 6th rebound on the night. Edwards passes to Towns. Reed with it. Offensive rebound. Plumlee with some nice D. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Mann. Towns with the defensive effort.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Plumlee with the steal. Pushing it up. Here's Mann. It's rebounded by Towns.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Now, how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Clippers trail by 12.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Now Plumlee. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. And here is Powell. Fires from deep. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Towns has got 13 rebounds in the game. Seeding. To the middle. Plumlee with the steal. Here's Highland. He has 7. Dishes to Powell. The 3. That one doesn't drop. The Timberwolves go the other way with it.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
There's 1:17 left in the third quarter. Powell with it. Pass to Plumlee. And that's a foul called on Naz Reid. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Austin Rivers, he's checked in for McDaniels. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for the Clippers. .105 left in the third quarter. Highland passes to Gordon. Here's Mann. Shot clock at 5. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
Wow, this defense is blanking him down the stretch, and that's certainly hurting his team's chances.
Rivers passes to Reid, 11 feet away. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Towns trying to get open. A nice shot by Rivers. Rivers has got 9 points.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Now, here is Morris. He's got 9. Here's Highland. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Well, it's trying to close the quarter strong, and by that, take a great shot without giving them an opportunity for another one down the other end.
Here's Alexander Walker off on the layup. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Minnesota on top, leading by 17. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. They've got Gobert. Kyle Anderson is out there with Rivers. Then it's Conley. And it's Noel in at the 2 guard. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Now here's Leonard. Unloads. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Leonard's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Clippers. Westbrook against Conley. He kicks it to Rivers. Anderson against George. From the arc. Conley's shot is off.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that
possession. Zubac's in the post. Defended by Gobert. Stolen by Rivers. 3-on-3. It's hauled in by Paul George. George has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Left side, Gordon. Pass to Leonard. Fade away. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Here's Rivers. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. He blocks it again.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. Conley kicks to Gobert. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. Daniels, he's checked in for Minnesota. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Noel. Defended by Gordon. Here's Gobert. A second chance effort. And another shot. And he sinks the layup.
That's a case where Rudy Gobert is outworking the defense, keeping the play alive, and finishing strong.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Now here's Leonard. Back to Westbrook. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Michael Conley picks one up. He misses the free throw. Minnesota making a switch here. Edwards is checked in, and the Clippers with a change here too. Morris is checked in. And he sinks the second. Timberwolves leading by 16. Here's Edwards. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Let's remember, Anthony Edwards is 6'5" with a 6'9" wingspan. Those long arms, very difficult to deal with defensively. Draws the contact there.
Free throw good, Edwards. And Edwards drops them both.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Outside Leonard. Back to Westbrook. Morris outside. Back to Westbrook. Over Conley. Westbrook can't get it to go.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Here's Gobert. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got assist number 5 here tonight.
There's a reason Mike Conley's teammates love playing with him. If you're open, I promise he'll find you.
And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. George passes to Leonard. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And that 4th foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
Now off the inbound, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, defense had nothing for Kawhi Leonard. Nice jam.
Conley against Westbrook. Conley, the pass to Gobert. Poked away. Here's McDaniels, and the rejection by Leonard.
Well, the defensive instincts have always been so strong for Kawhi Leonard. Boy, good night, sir.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Now here's Conley. Inside, Gobert, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And there's a record Rudy Gobert set without much fanfare a few years ago. Most dunks in an NBA season.
That's exactly right, G.A. That was back in the 2018-19 season. He threw it down 306 times. Certainly makes sense for a guy who's got that kind of length, athleticism, and a guy who spends so much time right around the cup.
And one of the biggest stories of the summer was Rudy Gobert being traded. He gets a fresh start with the Timberwolves.
Here's Westbrook, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Michael Conley picks one up. Last year, as we know, the NBA, Doris, named the members of the 75th anniversary team. Any players that were missed that you think should have been on that list?
I mean, the one guy that comes to mind immediately is Klay Thompson, who will go down as one of the great shooters in NBA history. The problem for voters, I think, is the challenge of weighing the accomplishments of prior generations with what we are witnessing today. It is a challenging vote. There's no doubt Klay will be top 100 when he comes in 25 years.
The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook. And so Westbrook makes them both.
You know, seeing an uptick in his trips to the free throw line, really, since we came out of the half.
Westbrook against Conley. The feed to McDaniels. To the inside. Anderson can't get it to go. Clippers trail by 19. Leonard from deep three-point land. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
I'll tell you, he's been much better in the second half. He's taking smarter shots. He's looking more comfortable. And guess what? He's in a groove.
Now here's Edwards. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. The Clippers have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on Kyle Anderson.
We know that Russell Westbrook isn't afraid to mix it up inside. He knows how to get defenders to hit him on these opportunities.
And the first one drops. And Russell Westbrook drops them both. We know, Greg, the league trending towards small ball, but some teams are having success playing two bigs up front.
And I think the key is having versatile big men. If they can space the floor and play in space, also be able to cover smaller players, why not get the added rebounding and rim protection? And looking to stop this run and get back on track.
Really needs to settle his guys down right now and get them refocused.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch told the team. He loves the aggressiveness on D. He said, we're doing a great job of challenging everything they're trying to do. Stay active, talk to each other, don't let up. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Here's Edwards.
No, we call that defensive chops, right? Paul George is draped all over his man. He will not give up anything easy.
Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Conley against Westbrook. Feeds to Gobert. Over Morris. Count the basket. Gobert's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Boy, we think of Rudy Gobert as a rebounding and rim protecting force, but right now he is in rhythm offensively.
Westbrook feeling it out a bit. Over Conley. And the Clippers miss again. Minnesota leading by 16. Here's Edwards driving in, and it's the Clippers with the rebound. Leonard's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Towns, he's checked in for Anderson. Diversified scoring in this one for him.
I love when everyone can get involved, a full team effort.
And Towns gets it to go.
One thing you have to respect is how efficient and consistent Cat is on the interior. This guy understands where his advantages lie.
Down low. And the dunk by Zubats.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. Conley kicks to Edwards. Now here's McDaniels. And the pass to Towns. Shot clock at 6. Score the basket. His 8th. 8 for 13 from the floor.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart. And let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
Pass to Leonard. Another shot, and the rejection by Towns.
Well, this is what you're hoping to see. A level of dominance on the defensive end by Towns sends that shot back.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Now Westbrook.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Outside, George. Pass to Leonard. We're seeing a lot of pretty lively pregame dance routines from the players. You got any of that in your repertoire, say, before we begin a broadcast?
Oh, Kevin, I think pretty soon we should work out a few sequences, get ourselves fired up. You game?
No. Come on, Greg, I'm not sure about that, but you go ahead and do it. Here is Edwards. Following the basket by Russell Westbrook. Towns kicks to McDaniels. Towns trying to get open. A shot by McDaniels, no good. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. George, no good.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
Conley, the pass to Towns. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Passes to George. And here is Zubats. He was all alone on that one. Zubats has got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, really smart move by Paul George. Feeds a ready shooter instead of forcing his own shot.
Left side, Towns. Looking for McDaniels. He gets it there. Too open that time. Made it look too easy. And the Timberwolves lead by 18. Los Angeles has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. And the Clippers call time here. And Karl Anthony Towns said he believes that he is the greatest big man shooter of all time. What do you think?
Well, Kev, I think a guy by the name of Dirk Nowitzki might have a thing or two to say about it, but I love Karl Anthony Towns' attitude. You have got to believe in your skills if you're going to have the kind of success that Cat has had in this league, and we know he is lethal from deep.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Russell Westbrook.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
Zubac finds Morris. Clippers moving the ball around. Right side, George. Second shot opportunity. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Towns has got 15 rebounds here tonight. The pass to Reed. And he uses the glass on the layup. Reeves got his first 2 points of the night.
And Anthony Edwards plays with joy, and you love to see him get his teammates involved. Pretty pass.
Last season, of course, Marcus Smart won the Defensive Player of the Year. You know, Greg, it's rare to see a guard win it. Should perimeter players get more consideration from this point on?
It's tough, Kev. I do think they should. And I think the numbers, though, tend to favor the rim protectors. But it's only right to recognize great defense at every position, especially in an age of positionless basketball.
Towns. And that one is off. Clippers trail by 20. The three from George. That doesn't go either for George.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Now here's Conley. Now the dish to McDaniels. And here's Edwards from the arc. No good. Shot missing.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Minnesota.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year.
And so they're able to even up the season series at a game apiece with one left to play, exacting a little revenge and really saving face. They did not want to go down 2-0.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Rudy Gobert.
Boy, you couldn't help but notice how well this guy protected the rim. There was an intimidation factor thanks to his defense. No easy shots in his neighborhood tonight.
Here's Coffey driving the lane, and the layup falls.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to McDaniels. Kicks it to Edwards. Right wing. Here's Reed. 6 to shoot. Here's Towns. Second chance shot. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle. And now a three-point play chance here for him.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
Find the lanes. Find the lanes. One shot.
Eight seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Highland. So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go. And once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Rudy, your impact on the game defensively, always something to watch. What's your approach at that end?
Just try to win games, and my teammates put out trust in me, being aggressive on the balls and try to be aggressive at the rim. And, when we play as a team like we do tonight, it's tough to beat us.
You were in full Stifle Tower mode tonight, man. Congrats. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.